Alright, so here's my tutorial of the jumping Geminis. I'm just going to go through this quite quickly, just so I can put it on YouTube. So here it goes. You have 4 cards. The Queen of Hearts, 7 of Hearts, 7 of Spades, and the Queen of Spades, alright? You don't have to use these 4 cards, but if you want to learn from me, I'd recommend that you take these 4 cards right now and follow my steps, okay? So now you have to put them in order, okay? So you take the Queen of Hearts, then on top of it, you put the 7 of Hearts, then the 7 of Spades, and finally the Queen of Spades, alright? Now, that basically is pre-arranged before you show anyone, okay? So this is how you start your trick. So the first thing you do is count out the 4 cards, okay? So you tell them, look, I have 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, next thing you'll do is turn it over and say, look, the bottom card is a Queen of Hearts, okay? That's all you'll say, nothing else. Now say, look, I'm going to show you that I have 4 cards once more. 1, and when you take the first card off the top, you put it on the bottom, okay? Put it on the bottom of the pile, okay? So you count 1. Then you take the 2 top cards off the bottom, making them look like 1, okay? So the 2 cards, making them look like 1, and count 2, okay? Then 3 and 4, alright? So your hand should look like this. Okay. Alright. That was called the Elmer Shuffle, I believe. I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah, that's what I think it was called. Okay. Alright, so now what you want to do is a double lift. For those who don't know what a double lift, it's basically picking up 2 cards off the top. Yeah, 2 cards off the top while making them look as 1, okay? So, like that. So the audience thinks it's 1, okay? So basically, you'll do a double lift and say, look, the top card is Queen of Hearts, okay? I'm going to take the top card, which really isn't the Queen of Hearts, but you tell them, I'm going to take the Queen of Hearts and put it on the bottom of the pile, okay? And as you do that, you want to leave a little gap, okay, in between the rest of the pile and the card which you just put on the bottom, okay? So like that, okay? Now you say, look, flick, top card once more is the Queen of Hearts. Tell them once more that you're going to put the Queen of Hearts on the bottom, but you're not really putting it on the bottom, okay? You're putting it in between the gap, like that. Alright? Now you're going to do a triple lift, which is basically taking 3 cards and showing them as 1. So, triple lift, and say, yeah, you can go like, look, with a little flick, do a triple lift, and you say, look, the Queen of Hearts is back on top. You put the cards back on top of the pile. You always do this. After you show a card, you always put the cards back on top of the pile, okay? Take the top card and say, look, I'm putting the Queen of Hearts on the table. With a little flick, the Queen of Hearts is back on top. This is just a double lift, okay? So, double lift, the card's back on the top. Say, I'm taking the Queen of Hearts and once more putting it on top of the table, okay? Now we just show them the Queen of Hearts and put it on the bottom of the pile, alright? Take these 2 cards, put them on top. Now you ask them, or you don't ask them, you tell them. Now you probably think I have 4 Queen of Hearts, right? Well, you're wrong, because look. This is a triple lift, okay? So it's just like, there's a Queen of Spades, okay? So it's just 3 cards. Triple lift, put the cards back on top. Take and say, look, I'm taking the Queen of Spades and putting it on the table. And say, but look, with a flick, this is just a double lift, okay? The Queen of Spades is once more on top of the pile. Put them back and say, yeah, just tell them that you're putting the Queen of Spades once more on the table. This time, don't put the second card which you put on the table on top of this card, because you're gonna need to put the cards back in a certain order, okay? So now you just do a normal lift and show them the Queen of Spades, put them on top, and I'll say, look, even the bottom card, oops, sorry about that, so it's like this. Look, even the bottom card is a Queen of Spades. How you do this is basically, so yeah, you have the Queen of Spades on top, you just hold it like this, and kind of like tilt it so that it slides down, and while you do that, you like flip it over, okay? So it looks like the Queen of Spades popped off the bottom, okay? But you have to do it quick, so it's like, okay? Now you take the Queen of Spades and put it on the bottom. Now you put the cards back on top of the pile from left to right, okay? So the second card you put down on the table, you put on first. Then the first card you put down on the table, put it on second, okay? So like that. So your hand should be in this order. Alright? Alright. So now what you're going to do is show them, or kind of trick them into thinking that each card that you show them right now is the Queen of Spades, okay? So you hold them once more like this, in between your thumb and middle finger or your pointer finger, and take the top card off of the pile, and just quickly, and for a really short time, just go like this. Just flash the Queen of Spades, okay? Say, do like this. You tell them like this, okay? Look, the top card is the Queen of Spades, Queen of Spades, Queen of Spades. So each time you just take the top card off of the pile in your right hand, okay? Now what we're gonna do is say, look, I'm going to show you the middle card, okay? What you really do is, like with your thumb, push two cards, push the two middle cards, okay, in front, okay? So you're just left with the top card and the bottom card, okay? And you just grab a hold of it any way you want. I mean, you can hold it like this, okay? Or you can hold it like this and say, look, there's a 7 of spades out of nowhere. The 7 of spades popped up. Say, look, I'm going to put the 7 of spades on here, on the table, okay? Now I'm just going to say that I'm going to show you the bottom card. But really what you're doing is just pulling the top card off and showing the bottom two cards, okay? So, it's like this. So you'll tell them, look, there's a 7 of hearts also. Put it on top, and you say, look, I'm taking the 7 of hearts and putting it on the table, okay? Now you just say, look, and finally, the bottom card, once more a 7 of spades, and the top card is a 7 of hearts. And that's basically the Jumping Gemini. I hope you understood that. If not, just leave a comment and I'll make a new one. Anything for you guys. I mean, this is why I'm making the tutorials, right? Just so you guys can learn. So, good luck. And oh yeah, if you want me to do any tricks, any tutorials for tricks that aren't copyrighted, I'll be happy to do that. So, yeah, good luck and have fun.